Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how you could do debugging native way inside Vim. That means this debug tool is uh, baked into Vim, so you don't have to bring anything from the outside, and you could do the debugging inside Vim natively. To make a sense out of what I have just said to you, let me give you some sort of sense by going to my terminal, and you can activate the debugging by V is an alias for Vim, -d is the flag which instruct Vim to open the file. I'm just arbitrarily selecting a file to show you that -d flag to Vim on the command line instruct Vim to open the file in a debug. If you look at the bottom of the screen, it's clearly state entering debug mode. Type continue, count to continue, right? And if I do, it open up the file. Here I can pass various options, like if I wanted add. So before showing you that, say for instance I want to add a breakpoint here. Whether it makes sense or not, I don't know, but for the demonstration's sake, I'm just showing you what you could do with the default debug in Vim. Okay, my cursor is here. Okay, on the line number 15, I go to the ex prompt, write break add. Mind you, I'm in a debug mode, right? And if I write file, and then if I say if I just say it here, look at the bottom of the screen, break at here, my cursor was on line number 15. If I press enter here, it will add a breakpoint in line number 15, and the cursor goes back to where it is. If I press enter, see, my cursor goes back to line number 15, and it adds a breakpoint. Now you could do another way, break add, okay, file, and line number 21. If you just write this, sorry, break add file 21, and if you see, it adds a break in the line number 21. Okay, likewise I'm randomly doing stuff to show you the next command. My cursor is on line number 36. Likewise I do the break at, okay, file line number 36, and sourcing the present file. So I have added a 3 breakpoint in 3 different places in this particular file. Okay, to see where I have set this break list, look at the bottom of the screen. I clearly wrote a break list because we are in a debug mode, because we started this file, opened this file with the -D flag of Vim, which instruct Vim to open this file in debug mode. So we could use this ex mode command in a debug sense. Okay, so Vim sense it, we are in a debug mode, so the commands we are passing, it will act as a debug commands, right? I write break list. Look at the bottom of the screen. I'm reminding you again and again, so you should not look at the wrong place in the screen. I have set 3 breakpoint in 3 different locations, right? You see, the first one is pretty explicit name because I use the breakpoint here literally, so it by default take the source file. Now if I wanted to specifically add a debug to a particular line, I need to mention the current source file. The percentage is denoted as a current file where you are in Vim. Okay, so I have to mention and load the source file and provide the line number, which is what I did for last two cases. Okay, now you could easily delete breakdel, and if you delete number 2 of that break list. Now if you go back to break list, you see the second break add point gets deleted by breakdel command with the uh, leftmost side indexing number, the second one I deleted. Okay, now you can delete all this breakdel and put an asterisk. It delete everything. Now if I go back break list, it doesn't show anything, no breakpoint defined. Okay, so this is very handy way of there are other commands I'll show you in a moment, but this is how you could natively debug stuff. You can step through, you can set a next, you can do backtrace, so many things. Okay, so I'm closing this. I'm showing you the another way. Say I just open this file without the -d flag. That means the normal way. Okay, so I open this, and now I want to debug this file. Okay, so what I'll do, for if you open up the file in normal Vim without the -d flag, capital D flag, you have to go to the ex prompt. Every command you run, you have to prepend it with the debug command. Okay, so if I do break add, and if I give line number 19 or line number 44 and do the same, so it adds and break add. See, the command is executed. If I write continue, look at the bottom of the screen, press okay, so if I do debug and pt and continue debug break add here. Okay, and if I do debug break add line number 27 and do, why is sometime misbehaving, I don't know, debug break list. So it show you that I have created breakpoint in line number 70. Okay, so likewise the basic idea what I am showing is that you have to start with the command debug. If you do not natively start Vim with the debug flag, you can do so from the ex prompt by prepending every command you run, okay, with the debug command. Okay, so it will show you and if I do come here, and if I again debug break add here, and if I continue and debug break list. So it marked breakdown in two places in the file, but you'll be doing it from the uh, debug mode. So basically you have to prepend every command with the debug command inside Vim in the ex prompt, okay, when you open the file in normal way. So debug is a built-in stuff in Vim. You could do so many things. I'll give you h. If I write debug finish, and if I go here to show you, so this is the debug help page, okay, inside Vim. So you can easily, this is not very long, so you can easily spend 10 minutes to read through all this. So as I said, hyphen capital D with Vim to start debugging mode with a particular file, okay, and if you don't, you have to start every command with the debug in the ex mode, so it will show you the stuff I have showed, and you can directly call it from the command line with the vim-c. Basically it will take the ex prompt command, whatever we were doing in the ex mode in debug mode, you could readily do that from the command line, okay. Now you can see the particular variable value from the ex command mode like this in debug, okay. And there are standard stuff: continue, quit, next, step, interrupt, finish. These are the debug command you could use. It has got this debugging method has got a limitation, so you have to take it into account. So, and you can do this stuff also, okay. And here are something that you should remember, that you could use the single letter key for a specific command, okay. For frame you use fr, at least two letter. For finish you can use f, single letter, and enter will re-execute the previous command, okay. And you can execute backtrace like this at the debug prompt. Now you can add breakpoint, delete breakpoint, okay. So you can easily delete all the breakpoint by go to the ex prompt in debug mode and just breakdel asterisk. It will clear out all the breakpoint you have set, okay. Like you saw, I set 2 breakpoint, right? If I go back there and if I do debug breakdel asterisk, now if I do debug break list, it doesn't show anything because all the breakpoint I have added previously, it's deleted by see, no breakpoint defined. So pretty simple. So it has got a limitation, but it has got the basic stuff to do the debugging natively inside Vim. So you might give it a shot if you wanted to do something inside Vim natively. So there is other way also you can do debug, but this is the native way of doing thing. In spite of having its limitation, you could pretty much do the basic stuff regarding debugging like this way. Okay, so I hope it will be useful for some people who are curious enough and to know. Okay, thanks for watching.